I don't know how long you've been carrying this. This tightness in your chest. This quiet ache that seems to rise and fall with no warning. The weight that isn't always visible, but always there. I don't know when it began for you, but I've known it too. The endless thoughts, the longing for peace, the way the world feels too loud when your soul is already tired. So let's sit here, you and I. No teachings, no expectations, only presence. As if we were lighting incense together in silence and simply letting it burn. No need to search right now. No need to fix or solve or escape. Let this breath be enough. Let this stillness be the medicine. Inhale, feel the breath as it enters, cool and steady. Exhale, watch it leave, without resistance, without grasping. This is Chengyam, mindfulness, not an effort, not a technique, just the courage to stay with what is. The Buddha didn't speak to fix us. He simply pointed toward the moon, toward the breath, toward the truth already within. And that truth begins here, not in answers, but in awareness. One breath, one moment, one quiet step back home. There is something sacred about simply sitting, not doing, not achieving, just being. Like a tree in the forest, you don't need to move to grow. You don't need to bloom to be alive. You only need to stay rooted. And so we breathe, not to get somewhere, but to come back to this moment, to this breath, to this body that has carried so much. Let yourself arrive. Feel where the body meets the ground. Feel the subtle rhythm beneath your skin. Feel the air, cool, then warm, passing through you. This is life. Not the plans, not the regrets, just this, breathing, feeling, being. The Buddha taught that all things are voltum, impermanent. Everything arises and passes, like waves on the ocean, like wind through leaves. No sorrow lasts forever, no joy either. But there is peace in knowing this. There is healing in letting things come and go. Your pain is not a prison, it's a passing cloud. You don't have to hold it. You don't have to fight it. You can simply let it float by. That too is a kind of love. The love that says, I don't need to change you. I'll just stay beside you. So stay. With your breath. With your body. With this moment. It's enough. Sometimes the hardest thing is doing nothing. We've been taught to fix, to chase, to conquer every shadow. But healing doesn't always look like action. Often, it looks like stillness, like breathing gently through the ache instead of covering it up. So if you're tired, if you're weary of trying so hard, I invite you now to rest, not because you've given up, but because you're ready to lay it down. The armor, the noise, the shoulds that crowd your mind. There is nothing to prove here. Just notice what's already happening. Your breath moving, your heart still beating, your presence quiet and complete. That's enough. The Buddha taught Vonga, non-self, that we are not our fear, not our anxiety, not even our name or story. You are not the one who suffers. You are the one who sees the suffering, the one who witnesses the rising and fading of every thought, every feeling, every storm. Like watching flames in a fire, you don't need to touch them, just observe, with compassion, with care. This is not detachment. This is freedom. The freedom to stop gripping and start being. So breathe again. Inhale with awareness. Exhale with ease. You don't have to heal everything in this moment. Just this breath. Just this softness. Just this now. You are not behind. You are not late. You have not missed your moment. This breath, this one right here is your moment. And it's perfect in its imperfection. Feel it, not just in your lungs, but in your whole being. Feel how it comes on its own, no effort, no control, and how it leaves without asking permission. Wunsa, letting go, the breath teaches it better than any word. It enters, it nourishes, and it leaves. It never tries to stay. And yet, it always returns. So why do we hold on so tightly to what is meant to pass? The thoughts, the wounds, the labels. You don't need to carry all of it. Not here, not now. Even the earth sheds its seasons. Even the moon lets go of her light. You too can soften. Let the edges of your worry blur. Let the storylines dissolve into silence. There is no danger in stillness. Only space, only clarity, only the quiet truth beneath the noise. You are not what has happened to you. You are not what others have said. You are not your past. You are presence itself. You are this breath. And this breath is peace. Do you hear that? The hush beneath the sounds. The stillness that holds everything. It's always there. Even when life feels loud, even when your thoughts race, it's underneath it all, waiting. We often believe healing looks like light, like clarity, like knowing what to do. But sometimes healing is just this, sitting in the dark, breathing, and not turning away. You don't have to understand everything today. You don't have to feel strong. You just have to be honest. To say, yes, I'm hurting. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I'm still here. That's enough. The lotus blooms from the mud, not in spite of it, but because of it. So don't be afraid of your darkness. It's not the opposite of light. It's the womb of it. Changnium means we don't have to escape this moment. We just need to meet it, fully, with kindness. So if a thought comes, let it come. If a tear falls, let it fall. You don't have to hold anything back. Let this breath carry your sorrow. Let it carry your hope. Let it carry you. And as you exhale, feel the gentlest truth arise. You are already healing. Even if it doesn't look like it, even if it doesn't feel like it, you are healing simply by being here. Still, soft, aware. There is no rush. This path isn't a race. It's not about becoming better. It's about becoming still, so still that you can finally hear what's always been whispering underneath the noise. You don't need to strive for enlightenment. You don't need to chase after awakening. Sometimes the most awakened thing you can do is drink a cup of tea in silence, or sit with your breath and notice how it gently rises and falls without needing anything from you. That is enough. The Buddha once said, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, man cannot live without a spiritual life. And your spiritual life begins here, not in rituals, not in doctrines, but in presence. In the way you hold your own sorrow like a child, instead of pushing it away. In the way you breathe, even when your heart is trembling. In the way you let go, even if only for a moment. This moment, the one you're in now. Feel it. Feel the breath entering again. Cool, calm, effortless. Feel it leave. Soft, releasing. Enough. There is no part of you that is unwelcome here. Not your fear, not your shame, not your confusion. All of it belongs. All of it can be held. You are not too much. You are not broken. You are simply in the middle of becoming. And becoming takes time. Let that be okay. You don't need to name what hurts. Sometimes the wound is quiet. Sometimes it doesn't ask to be spoken. Only seen, only felt, only held in gentle awareness. So just be here with it. No commentary, no judgment, only space. Let your breath touch the places inside you that haven't been touched in a long time. The places you've avoided, hidden, closed off. They don't need to be fixed. They just need your attention. That is Changniam. Noticing what is, without turning away. Without rushing past. Your pain does not need to be denied. It needs to be honored. Because within it is the very tenderness that makes you human. Like the soft petals inside a closed lotus. Protected. Waiting. Not ready to open until it feels safe. So make it safe. Here, now. Let your breath be the gentle sun. Let your stillness be the soft rain. Let your attention be the quiet soil where healing grows on its own. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force anything to bloom. The way will open when it's ready. When you're ready. Until then, just keep breathing. Just keep returning. That is enough. There is a kind of beauty that only suffering can reveal. Not the polished beauty of perfection, but the raw, quiet kind that comes from learning how to stay with what hurts and not collapse beneath it. That is the heart of this path. Not to escape pain, but to soften around it. To sit beside it like an old friend who's been with you longer than words can describe. You don't need to push it away, and you don't need to dive into it. Just sit next to it, offer it a breath, offer it your presence, offer it your stillness. This is Bongsa. Not giving up, but laying down the story. The story that says, I should be over this by now. The story that says, if I were stronger, I wouldn't feel this way. None of that is true. You feel because you are alive. You ache because you care. You long because you are human. And all of that belongs here. Let the breath move through your chest like wind. Let the thoughts come and go like shadows on the floor. Let the silence be a soft cushion for your tired spirit. You are not failing. You are arriving, not in triumph, but in truth. And truth, even when quiet, is always enough. You don't need to be fearless. Fear is not your enemy. It's a messenger. It shows you where your tenderness lives, where something in you still longs to be held. So hold it, not with force, not with shame, but with the gentle presence of one who knows how to sit quietly in the rain. The Buddha never said we must not feel fear. He showed us how to walk through it, with chunniam, with soft eyes, with an open heart. Fear may still walk beside you, but it doesn't have to lead. Let your breath lead. Inhale and feel the body rise. Exhale and feel it fall. Nothing extra, nothing dramatic. Just the body remembering that it is safe to breathe, that it is safe to feel. You are not at war with yourself. You are not a problem to solve. You are a living, breathing part of this universe, just like the trees, just like the sky, just like the moon that changes yet never disappears. That is Votum, impermanence, the gentle truth that nothing stays the same, and because of that, everything can begin again. Even you, even now, with this breath, with this silence, with this simple moment of remembering who you are. You feel that? Not something grand or loud, just the quiet way your breath keeps returning, the way your body is still here, even after all it's carried. This is the miracle no one talks about, that you've survived every hard day, that even when your spirit cracked, some part of you stayed, not out of force, but out of love. There's a love deeper than romance, deeper than words, the love that simply says, I will stay with you no matter what. And now, you are learning to offer that love to yourself. With every breath you take in awareness, you soften. With every breath you release, you let go. You may not even notice it at first, but slowly, like petals opening under moonlight, your heart begins to heal. The Buddha said, as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise are not moved by praise or blame. That stillness lives inside you too. It's not something you earn. It's something you return to. You are not your emotions. You are the space that holds them. You are not your thoughts. You are the sky that lets them pass. So let them pass. Let everything be as it is, and let yourself be as you are. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are here. You are breathing. And that is everything. Let this silence hold you. Let it wrap around your tired shoulders like a soft robe, worn by time, woven from stillness. There is a place inside you that doesn't need fixing. It doesn't crave attention. It simply waits. beneath the noise, beneath the stories, beneath the name you carry. That place is peace. Not the peace that comes from perfect circumstances, not the peace that demands quiet from the world, but the kind that remains, even as the wind blows, even as the waves rise, even as the mind trembles. Voltung reminds us, everything changes, everything. Even the way you see yourself, even the way pain lingers. And if everything changes, then nothing is stuck, not forever. So allow the breath to change you gently. Let the inhale open a window. Let the exhale clear the dust. No force, no control, just allowing. This is your sacred moment, to be present without performing, to be quiet without disappearing, to be still without escaping. There is wisdom in doing nothing. There is healing in non-resistance. And there's beauty in simply being here. Breathe. And know, you are enough. Right now. Just like this. Have you noticed? The more gently you breathe, the more the world seems to soften with you. It's not that the world has changed, but something inside you has. Something that no longer clenches, no longer bristles against what is. This is the beginning of freedom. Not the freedom of escape, but the freedom to remain with an open heart, to feel without drowning, to care without breaking, to hold your own pain as you would hold a sleeping child, tenderly, patiently, without rushing them awake. The Buddha called this metta, loving kindness, and it begins not with others, but with you. Can you offer kindness to the thoughts that scare you? Can you offer warmth to the feelings that return again and again? You don't have to fix them. Just don't abandon them. Just don't abandon yourself. Let your breath be an embrace. Let it say, I see you. You're allowed to be here. Even the parts you wish weren't there. Even the anger, the doubt, the sorrow. They are not wrong. They are not a failure. They are the tender mess of being human. And they too can be loved just by breathing, just by being, just by staying. There is no moment more sacred than this one. Not because it is extraordinary, but because you are finally here for it, fully, quietly, without needing it to be different. This is the practice, not to escape the world, but to return to it with presence, with compassion, with stillness in your step. When you live with Jengnium, you don't move through life to conquer it. You move to meet it, as it is. And in that meeting, there is healing. Not the healing that erases the scar, but the kind that lets you hold the scar without shame. You are not your wound. You are the one who watches it, who breathes with it, who allows it to soften. And slowly, it does. Because when the heart stops fighting itself, the body listens, the breath deepens, the mind opens like a flower after rain. Let yourself bloom now, quietly. No applause needed, no one watching, just you and the sacred rhythm of your own breath. That's enough. You are enough. Not someday, now. Not when you're finished healing, but as you are, in this moment, in this breath, in this beautiful, broken, blooming self. Sometimes peace doesn't arrive with a whisper. It arrives in silence, in the space between thoughts, in the soft pause after an exhale. Can you feel it? It's not loud. It doesn't demand. It doesn't shout over your worries. It simply waits, like the morning mist waiting for sunlight, like the earth holding roots beneath the surface. Peace doesn't come because everything is okay. It comes when you stop demanding that it be. That's the wisdom of Bungsa, letting go. Not letting go of life, but letting go of the grip. Letting go of the need to control, to understand everything, to protect every part of your identity. You are not what you've built. You are not the roles you've played. You are not the mask you've worn to survive. Underneath it all, you are already whole. Not because you fixed the cracks, but because you've stopped pretending they aren't there. Let this moment be honest. Let this breath be true. Let the silence between us be sacred. No pretending, no striving, no becoming, just being. The moon doesn't try to shine. It just is. You don't need to try so hard. You're already enough. Here, now, exactly as you are. Take this breath, slowly. Let it be the only thing you do right now. Feel it enter you like a soft tide, cleansing the corners you forgot with air. Feel it leave without resistance, as if the world is exhaling through you. There is no task here, no performance, no destination, just presence. Vonga, non-self, reminds us we are not a fixed shape. We are not this anxious thought, this trembling heart, this tired body. We are movement. We are flow. Like clouds shifting form, like rivers finding new paths. You are allowed to change, to release what you thought defined you, to return to what is real beneath all the layers. And what is real? This breath, this silence, this moment where you stop trying to be and simply are. Let go of needing to be healed. You're not a project. You're not a problem. You are a being in transition, like the seasons, like the moon, like every leaf that falls and returns again in spring. You were never meant to stay the same. So let this be your permission to soften, to shift, to rest in the knowing that impermanence isn't a threat. It's a grace. And through it, you are gently reborn, breath by breath, moment by moment. There is a wisdom and stillness that no book can teach. It arises not from knowledge, but from being with life, exactly as it unfolds. You are learning that now, not through words, but through presence. The way you sit with your sorrow instead of pushing it away. The way you breathe through your doubt without needing it to vanish. This is the path, not marked with signs, not paved with certainty, but walked step by step on the ground of your own awareness. There is no one way to heal, no one form your peace must take. It may come with tears. It may come with silence. It may come with a simple breath that feels lighter than the one before. Let that be enough. The Buddha said, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. So tend gently to your inner health, not just of the body, but of the heart. Let contentment grow slowly, like moss on stone. Let faith in yourself return, not all at once, but like morning light across the floor. You don't have to shine. You only need to stay. Stay with the breath. Stay with the body. Stay with the moment. There is no prize ahead, only presence. And presence is its own reward. Let this breath be simple. Don't shape it. Don't force it. Just notice how it arrives on its own, like a wave touching the shore, and how it leaves effortlessly without needing your help. What else in your life might you let go of? Just like this, a thought that clings, a story you've outgrown, a pressure you never asked for. You don't have to carry it all. You never did. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering, and yet we cling to identities, to beliefs, to fears we mistake for protection. But what if we unclenched? What if we opened our hands and let things fall like autumn leaves, drifting down without resistance? That is bonsa, not abandonment, not defeat, but freedom. Freedom to love what is without needing it to stay. Freedom to trust that what leaves makes space for what wants to arrive. And maybe what wants to arrive now is peace. Not because everything is solved, but because for once you've stopped fighting. You've stopped trying to be anywhere but here. And here is where the healing lives. Have you noticed how soft the world becomes when your heart is no longer braced? The way the light seems warmer. The way the air moves differently when you stop resisting its touch. This is not magic. It is presence. The moment you stop demanding life be different, even for just a breath, you begin to see it as it truly is. Not perfect, not painless, but honest. and filled with small, quiet mercies. The warmth of your hands, the silence between two deep breaths, the way your body hasn't given up on you even when your mind has wandered far. You're still here, and that means everything. Tangmia brings you back, not to erase your thoughts, but to hold them gently. Like clouds in the sky, they don't need to be pushed away. They need only to be seen as passing. And when they pass, what remains? Stillness, awareness, you. Not the roles, not the stories, just you, as you are beneath it all. Let that be enough. Let it be holy, because in that bare, breathing truth, nothing is missing. This is the heart of healing, to return again and again to what has always been quietly waiting, the peace that asks for nothing but your attention. There's nothing left to fix right now, no piece of you out of place, no part that must be changed before you're allowed to rest. You are not a puzzle, you are a living, breathing moment of stillness. Within the chaos of the world, let yourself settle into that. You've been holding on for so long to expectations, to old wounds, to the need to be someone other than who you are. But you don't need any of that here. You can be the mountain now, unmoving, unshaken, grounded in the presence of your own being. Let every breath affirm this truth. I am already enough. Say it softly, not as a performance, as a remembering. Because the Buddha never asked us to become perfect. He only asked us to wake up, to the breath, to the body, to the moment unfolding right here, without judgment. And in waking up, we soften, we release, we forgive, even ourselves. So let this breath be forgiveness. Let it cleanse you from the inside. Let it whisper, it's okay to be tired. It's okay to begin again. You are already on the path. And the path is made of each step you take in awareness, each breath you meet with kindness, each moment you choose presence over pressure. This is it. This is the way. So now we sit, not in pursuit of peace, but in peace itself. This stillness you feel, it's not a reward. It's not the end of the path. It is the path. You've walked gently back to yourself, not with striving, but with breath, not with force, but with awareness. And what you've found here is not something new. It's what was always waiting. A quiet heart, a softened mind, a body held by the rhythm of now. The Buddha once said, as rain falls equally on the just and the unjust, so does compassion fall equally on all. Let compassion fall on you now. Let it rest on your shoulders like morning light through an open window. You don't need to do anything. Just remain. Just breathe. And when you rise from this place, ... may you carry stillness in your step, gentleness in your voice, and presence in your heart. Not because life will be easy, but because you will walk through it awake. Let go now, not in resistance, but in return. Return to the breath. Return to the moment. Return to yourself. You are here, and that is more than enough.